It's another day, another week of the Ray Hyclak Show. Coming to you with my really last budget Rumble Studio. Yes, super fast, super low budget Rumble Studio for you. What's up, people? How you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having a good time. Let me see this real quick. Okay. Audio sounds good. Decent. Not great. But it's here. We're on Rumble. We're on Facebook. I forgot Twitch. Oh, well. And I got a few things I want to talk about. We're not going to talk about Baku because I didn't really watch UFC Baku. I'm going to be honest. I didn't watch it. Didn't have time. Did a comedy show before I got on air. So came right from the bar that I was doing the show at. Shout out to Kevin Whalen for having me on. Big shout outs to the boy. And we are live. We're here. I got my beer. I got my stories that you might want to stick around for. If you're a video game fan, I have some heavy opinions about the state of video gaming nowadays, how it sucks because we're just worried about too much realism. Compared to what we used to get, which was completely outlandish, but fun as fuck. How did that happen? And then, like I said, UFC Baku, didn't see it. Shout out to Fiziev for getting the knockout, though, in that second round, baby. That was fucking fire. Guy's pissed off that he's not in the rankings or whatever. It's like, fuck off. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Try and win again, Rafael. You were a great fighter. Now you just yeah, and then I got a Florida guy trying to do a traffic stop on a cop, see how that goes for him. And what else do I have? What was on the thing? Let's put this up since I actually have an overlay of it. Oh yeah, GWAR. GWAR has become pussies. GWAR has become pussies. And then Uber is changing their driver policy, which I didn't realize was so lax. Although a bunch of people at once, you kind of figure it's going to be that way. Let me remove this banner too. Actually, let me edit this banner. So I'm doing this shit on the fly, kids. All right. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Bam. There we go. Save changes. And there it is. I did the Florida man. And then the man faking gang connection online. I like that one. We'll talk about that. I was supposed to do that a couple weeks ago before I went and did a show, but GWAR has definitely lost their edge. Just because I read what Blothar, the lead singer of GWAR, said, and it's a cop-out statement. Let's bring that up, actually. What? Why did that pop up? Remove, please. Thank you. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. I came from the Chagrin River Tavern and ate a total dick. Like, it was not good. It was just not a great set. I had some good ones. Nothing really fantastic. Blothar of GWAR. The world changed. There we are. Yeah, we'll bring that up here in a sec. I got that set up. But yeah, we got the show going today. We are live here every single Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Facebook, Twitch, Rumble as well. YouTube, you can go to @Ray Hyclak on YouTube and subscribe to that channel. Hopefully you do. And Abraham Drinking on Facebook. Go support Abraham Drinking. They are the reason for all of us having decent numbers on our podcasts. Shout out also, happy birthday to Jimmy Ward Jr. Not the third. The third is a young man, and Jimmy Ward Jr. is an old, awesome guy. So the old man, I don't know how old he was. They were at Dunlap's doing a live show today on Abraham Drinking. You can go check that out. It's also on there. It's going to be on the YouTube next day. So go check that out for them. But happy birthday to Jimmy Ward, the junior of the whole thing, and who is the dad. He is the older guy on the podcast, but he's there. Tree, shout out to Tree. Mornings with Tree every Sunday. Go check that shit out. It's fucking awesome. Tree's a great chick. Saw her at the Chagrin River Tavern for that show. Didn't go well, kids. Didn't go well. I'm not gonna lie. It didn't wreck my confidence, but it definitely did something to my confidence for the day. I mean, it was the one joke that I'm doing right now, the alcoholic black belt or the martial arts belts for alcoholics. It's got legs. It's got legs, dog. And I don't know. I just had a weird thing. I gotta get a job. I gotta Uber places and drink again while I'm doing stand up or being completely stoned. It's a both ways going kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Oh boy. So, I want to start off with the GWAR story because the GWAR story is very important to me because I am a fan of GWAR. I have been a fan of GWAR since I was a little kid. When they were played on Beavis and Butthead, this little asshole was watching MTV when he really shouldn't have been, but he loved GWAR and loved everything about Beavis and Butthead. I had the video game for the SNES, where you go to a GWAR concert and you have to fight through a bunch of levels and shit like that. And if you don't know who or what GWAR is, that's fine. They're a metal band from Virginia Tech area, Virginia University. I think it was Virginia Tech is close to where they're at. And they're a metal band that dresses up like space aliens, kills mock-ups of people on stage. And they've been doing this literally decades. I think it's 40 years now. They started in the 80s, 85, I want to say. And they've always been a band that stood up to a lot of shit. Casey Jones, what happened to your 4 p.m. comedy premiere video? It was actually a 6 o'clock live stream, Casey. I will say this. You just brought that up. I was going to bring it up at the end of the show, but you brought it up now, so I'll be happy to bring it up. I tried going this way with the live stream on the mobile app from the YouTube mobile app, the live portion of it. And apparently you have to have it in selfie mode to do it, which is fucking stupid. You should be able to go horizontal with it, but instead it didn't happen. So to be honest, I'm glad that didn't go on live. Because it was very awkward. It was very, I couldn't really find my bearings when I was on stage. It was weird. I don't know what happened. I got laughs. Like I said, my alcoholic black belt joke, my alcoholic belt system joke is actually working. I'm starting to get a lot of good shit and kind of move it through. And I'm trying to go past the funny. I've gotten the blue belt and it's fucking hilarious. But I want to push past that. And I want to make brown belt good. I want to make black belt. Danko has been like helping me a little bit with that. But anyway, getting back to GWAR. I've been a fan of theirs forever. I have a few GWAR concert t-shirts that are from GWAR shows where the color is still on them. I've never washed them. I've just kept them there because it's like it's a symbol of awesomeness. I got to witness Dave Brocky live 5 times, and it's did you start with did you did stand up earlier today? Yes, live. I was gonna live stream it to advertise the show and get people to come over for the 8 p.m. show, and as you can tell, Casey, went well. So but anyway, getting back to the GWAR thing, I love them. I think I respect the body of work that GWAR has put out in the world. Which means, and I'm going to tell you this, it doesn't mean the music. It doesn't mean the music. If you go to a GWAR show for the songs, you should be on a watch list. That's it. You should be on a watch list. There's no reason. You can have your favorite songs, but if you acknowledge that GWAR is a good metal band, like an actual good, awesome metal band that, you know, has beautifully written music and beautiful lyrics, or, you know, the saddest lyrics in metal, you need to be put in an asylum. You just need to be shipped off. We'll take care of you somewhere, but you're fucking nuts. What GWAR does perfectly, and when I say this, I mean this with all due respect to the slave pit boys and girls that work in that staff, the slaves in, including the guys who are the human slaves of GWAR. One of the greatest live shows I've ever experienced in my life has been every GWAR show I've been to. I only count GWAR as one thing because I've seen them so much, but I've seen iterations. It's one of the only bands on planet Earth that can do the kind of show they do and have a cohesive, cogent, and clear storyline to it while being fucking nonsense. I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they did it for 30, 40 years now. It's massively awesome. They'll bring him back. GWAR now. They're doing a bunch of stuff. But, and when I say but, I don't want to say but I have to. And that means one thing. And I gotta figure out how to, there it is. It's a new system still. I'm trying to learn it. Share this. Ray, that's great to hear. Doing well in stand-up is impressive. I'm not, though. I'm not. I'm treading water at best. But I love it. I love stand-up. Maybe let's zoom this in. All right. I'll update that later. Okay. Let's put you up. No, that's the chat. All right. Yeah, chat's going to go right there. Actually, no, we're going to go right there. People active. This is Blothar the Berserker, who real name Blothar. There we are. I can't believe the name. Like, GWAR's had some great fucking names. But who is lead singer? I think it's it's Bishop. It's Michael Bishop, who played the gladiator character, Beefcake the Mighty. Bass player for the band GWAR. He was a longtime bass player. Brocky would play bass every once in a while on some albums, but Mike Bishop has always been kind of the guy. And they got in trouble recently for having a mock execution of Donald Trump. Okay? Here's the thing that I'm going to say. And I'm defending / shit-talking GWAR here. I don't know really how to describe this because I've never been in this position before. Because, yes, they have had so many controversies, including ones with, like, I believe they did a mock of Reagan. They've done George W. Bush, Osama bin Laden. They did, the first year I ever went to go see GWAR was 2008, the year of the Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton campaigns for the Democrats. And then you had John McCain and Sarah Palin were the two back and forth. And it was Biden. It was Biden or Obama Biden. I'm just talking about when Hillary wouldn't fucking go away, and Bernie Sanders was sort of in there as well, but he wasn't the guy that he is now. So I have seen them on stage do mock executions of these people. Okay. Year after the election, they brought out a mock-up of Sarah Palin, and they ripped her tits off. They ripped her face off. They did all these things. I witnessed it. There's on-stage video of them doing this probably that year as well. And for them to just cave and say this, while Brocky would have just told them to go fuck themselves. Pure and simple, Dave Brocky would have gone and told them to go fuck themselves. We're going to do this. If you don't like it, don't buy it. Blothar Michael Bishop is not Dave Brocky, and it shows, because it's like people act as if GWAR had changed, but GWAR didn't change. The world frickin' changed. No, dude. You saying that means you've changed, because you've lost that punk rock edge. You've lost that punk rock edge that you thought you had for a long time. And when Dave was alive, you still fucking had it. Even when he was a chubby mid-50s or mid-40s, upper 40s guy, Dave exuded all of the fucking things you would want in a punk rock frontman. Stacy, I'll read your thing here in a sec. Oh, no. Ray, I've seen your stand-up videos. You have good delivery. Maybe you just feel like you could use more inspiration for unlimited joke production. D-Rest is also saying, shut the hell up. Thank you, D-Rest. I appreciate you being here. But no, it's not even that, dude. Well, I'll talk about it in a sec, but I want to talk about this because, yeah, Dave Brocky would have never, ever caved to any pressure. He would have said nothing, and he would have continued to behead, I don't know, Steve from the Jerry Springer Show, or, you know, people who were trying to find GWAR's Antarctic cave or something. They would have just kept going. Business as usual, carry the fuck on. And it's, yeah, you gutted Donald Trump. GWAR sliced up a grotesque caricature of the U.S. president. They've been doing this for years. Nobody pays attention. And some on the right were less than happy. Who gives a shit? Who gives a flying fuck? Man, the fact that this is even a article is disturbing, because it shows kind of like a backbone loss that I didn't GWAR had. I always thought GWAR was going to be this band to just take on everybody like they always have. But yet you get a guy who's just, oh, well, people got mad. We haven't. The stunt went down at Riot Fest in Chicago last year. Conservatives on social media were less than impressed. Some called GWAR for GWAR to be blocked from performing live. Those are douchebags. Despite the fact that the theatrical metal band have been murdered political figures from both sides of the divide for years. Yes, they have. And I guarantee you there were people when they found out that they were doing the mock-ups of like Barack Obama. I guarantee you they got threats. They probably got a lot of people telling them to go fuck themselves. It happened. I'm almost guaranteeing it. But you know what the difference with this is? Dave Brocky, again, would have just said, deal with it. Deal with it. What are you going to say? It's a cartoon, basically. You're going to get mad at a cartoon? Like, it's just ridiculous. Whenever I see things like this, oh, people were mad. Well, they haven't paid attention. And they don't need to pay attention. It's not for you. It's not for you. There's a lot of things in this world that aren't for me when it comes to entertainment. I am not a Swiftie. I said it. I hate Taylor Swift. I think she's done. But there are women out there who will die for TS all day, every day. T Swiftie all day, every day in their life. Good for you, mama. Guess who's not going to be at the T Swift concert? This fat white boy. That's who's not going to be there. But I will be at a GWAR show. Used to want to. Now don't really give a shit. In a new interview with Rocking with Jam Man. I got to do Jocktober this year. I have to do Jocktober, and I need to do Rocking with Jam Man as a Jocktober bit, because that radio name is fucking terrible. Bishop, or is that a podcast? Let's see what that is. Rocking with Jam Man. Looks to be a podcast. He's had Sean Astin on, Tommy Clufados, who is with someone, Richard Patrick of Filter. This might be that Filter interview where he talked about not being able to say stuff. But whatever. That says the band were doing nothing new with that stunt, and any suggestion that the band were taking sides in America's political landscape is simply untrue. Again, they've done it their whole lives. But to just say the world changed, like that's the actual quote in this that bugged me the most, where it's the world freaking changed. No, you just became an old bitch. It's all you did, Mike. It's fine, buddy. You went behind that mask and you lost the beefcake within. It's fine. We all lose our shit. But to the people that are mad about GWAR doing this to President Trump, if you weren't mad during Obama, shut the fuck up. If you didn't walk out of a GWAR show because they were killing Barack Obama and you thought it was wrong, shut the fuck up, because you can't have the same opinions about this and not feel the same way about McCain or Palin or Hillary Clinton or Barack Obama. Although most, the Rumble people, they'd probably, you guys fucking jerk off to that, probably. The 08 GWAR tour, where it was International Galactic Wrestling or Intergalactic Championship Wrestling, and they were ripping Hillary's face off. I guarantee you there are men still to this day who have the picture on their phone, and they just were like, because there's no other way. But to get mad at GWAR for doing this is just childish. It's juvenile. It really is And you don't get art. You don't understand the layers that art can be. You have trash art. Oh, you have trash art. I probably live within a 10-mile radius of a trash art studio here in Cleveland. Probably. More than likely. There's an arts district like 10 minutes from my house. But GWAR has always been just the most grotesque thing. And it's for fun. Because sometimes that is fun. And if you get mad because they're killing political figures that sort of look like political figures outside of a communist nation, shut the fuck up. It's the best I can tell you. It's all I can tell you at this point. Like, just don't scare my boy here. Don't. I want more GWAR albums. God damn it. And that's not going to help us. All right, let's remove that and go into the next story on this. It's one of my favorites, actually. So there's a guy in Florida who, it's Hillsborough County, which I do not know in Florida where that might be. Let's actually exit that. You can stop. All right. Then I gotta put over here, screen share. Full screen it. Put it on cam. All right. So, this dude apparently was trying to do fake traffic stops in a state where you don't really get away with that. Florida is absolutely not the place to be doing this kind of shit. And let me fix this. I feel like I'm too loud. Maybe. I don't know. Sounds good. Let me bring it down. Bring it down. But this guy was apparently doing fake traffic stops, and the police weren't too kind.
Hey, can you roll down the window for me?
Anytime they tell you that already, you know you're fucked. Let's bring down the audio, actually, because that was pretty fucking loud. Let's go.
Can you close the door and have him roll down the window?
Why do they do that? Why do you just stay in the fucking car? Regardless of who you are, stay in the fucking car. Let's continue.
Hey, how are you? I'm doing all right, man. What are you doing?
Look at the smile on this guy's face after he rolls the window down. Like, he doesn't think he's doing anything illegal, or he's doing this and then just being, nice because he knows he's fucked.
What are you doing today?
Jeremy, just come straight in.
What's that?
Come in on the left, and we're going to be in the middle of the road. You can't miss us.
Why? He's looking around like, fuck, I can't use that. Like, all right, continue.
We're going to be in the middle of the road.
And then he just like looks back like that can help him. Like, what is that doing? What is that even doing?
Can't miss us.
Yeah, he's gonna get arrested here. Like a shithead. And then he's doing that. Oh, he had his own light. Oh no, he had his own light. Like, oh, you're a fucking idiot. And he ran it off his phone. Oh, let's see him getting out of the car again. It's like these are do-gooder dummies. Like, these are not the smartest human beings in the world. If you buy an LED thing that looks like a cop light, there's evidence. There's evidence of this. And for you to, have the temerity, I don't even know what the word to look for here, to have just the balls to do this is borderline psychotic, first of all. Borderline psychosis. Because you're going to get impersonating an officer, and that is never fun. They open, they see the light. You fucking idiots. And they just get thing. And either they were robbing these people, we'll read the article here in a sec. And then you find a fucking handgun. These guys were robbing people. Let's read the article, shall we? Let's see. All right. Up here. Florida man arrested for attempting traffic stop on undercover vehicle. Oh, no. Oh, no. He tried to do this on an undercover cop? Sir, mind your own fucking business. Nobody does that anymore. Florida man was arrested after trying to conduct a traffic stop on an uncovered police vehicle. Nadi Jabari. All right. Probably a hookah store owner, was arrested and charged with false impersonation, false impersonation, unlawful use of a blue light, possession of a firearm during commission of a felony for allegedly impersonating an officer and attempting to conduct a traffic stop. Do people, when they just I honestly think there is a subsect of human beings who, when they do something, they don't think they're going to get caught. There's a confidence in that. That's why I keep my fucking, I keep my head down. Whenever I go into a place and somebody says hi, I say hi. I keep moving. I don't want to look like I'm having any kind of thing, because I've been very self-conscious of myself for years. That's why if you see me, I'm not that boisterous and outside of my friend group and people I'm comfortable with and the internet, because the internet, I can be a fucking boisterous douchebag and have a good time without having any repercussions. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not insulting anybody directly. I'm reading the news. But when you go out, there was planning with this. An Amazon delivery. An Amazon delivery had to be made to this Jadari guy's house. And he bought a red and blue light because he thought it was fun. Didn't realize that can lead you into prison time. Who came up with this idea, and why shouldn't they go to jail? I mean, the only time you can really impersonate an officer is in GTA. Can we all agree? There's no reason you should be impersonating an officer any time of the day. Anytime. No, you should not be doing this. So let's continue. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office was operating an undercover vehicle on June 24th when a black Chevrolet Suburban following the vehicle activated red and blue emergency lights, appearing to try and conduct a traffic stop. Detectives intervened and conducted a traffic stop of their own, recovering the illegal emergency light setup, an additional 2-foot emergency light bar, and a firearm. Amazon or Temu. I'm saying Amazon. I'm gonna give him a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. Where did he buy it? I'm gonna say it was Amazon. I'm real like I don't want him to have bought this from Temu, but I feel like he did. But I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt here. When somebody falsely presents themselves as a law enforcement officer, they threaten the trust that exists between deputies and the community we serve. Yes, it does. The individual's actions were dangerous, deliberate, and straight up illegal. We will aggressively pursue any person who attempts to impersonate a deputy and use that deception to intimidate or endanger others. The department reminded people that if they are in doubt about the legitimacy of a traffic stop, they can drive to a well-lit location, call 911, and ensure that they are being stopped by an actual officer. Yeah. And the fact that these idiots now think that this is going to be good, because there's going to be copycats. I mean, there's going to be copycats of this shit, and I don't like it. But I like it. I like the fact that we're going to have stricter shit on that, because like you shouldn't have access to those kind of LED things. And that should not be a feature that you can do where you put two and it's red and blue together. There should be some kind of thing in the system, I think. I mean, people are programming AI girlfriends now. Why can we not say, hey, this is not going to be on the system? Like, we're not going to put a red and blue light on this because we don't want people to fucking do this. But I think, honestly, though, that dude is not from Florida, by the way. Just to let you know. All right. What's the next one we got here, kids? Oh, yeah. Uber finally is actually doing something, it looks like. I didn't know that like the background was this light. Because it's kind of interesting to actually read this. Uber announced it would be enacting stricter background checks for its drivers. I always thought it was kind of, if you had a felony or something like that, you could, you couldn't do it or stuff like that. The company said it is expanding the list of criminal offenses that permanently disqualify someone from driving for Uber. Uber will not allow prior convictions for felonies, SA crimes, stalking, strangulation, at any time to be a driver. Good. Stricter background checks also apply to couriers for Uber delivery services. It should have. The changes come after New York Times investigated last December that Uber's policy allowed people with many types of criminal convictions, including violent felonies, to be drivers. Uber currently faces thousands of lawsuits from passengers who claim that they were SA'd during rides. Good. What do you want me to say? It's a great thing. I'm glad that they did that. I drove for Uber. I don't have any of these things to my name, luckily. And yeah, I don't like the fact that like stalking didn't disqualify you in the beginning. Kind of weird. SA, absolutely. Strangulation, for sure. We don't want somebody strangling another person in the car, but yet you were allowed to prior to December of 2025. Wow, that's interesting. That's really interesting, but it's something that needed, I think, to happen. We've heard, how many times have you heard those stories of women complaining about Uber drivers who are too creepy? I've had creepy Uber drivers as a guy, where you're just like, all right, put me over by that gas station, and I gotta just go. And then sometimes they'll give you the really scary, just like, oh, I'll wait for you. No, go, you can go. I'm done. I'm rerouting it over here. I had a guy last summer. It was like August had to be, because I was still working at the time. And I when I say, what the fuck is that? Oh, it's marker. Okay. I thought I had a black spot on my skin. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I'm not stuttering John, dog. But it's just, his car was disgusting. It was like, I had never been in a like horrifyingly smelly car before, but this dude had just one of the worst Ubers of all time. Like this, it was just fucking awful. But yeah, I'm glad Uber's finally waking up to the fact that they're, you know, they got guys, they got people that need to be like, just get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too wide open. Like we're at a point now where Uber needs to restrict a lot of people. Do I think people with DUIs, as long as they don't do it again, shouldn't? No, I believe that should be fine. You should be able to drive for Uber after a certain amount of time. Especially me, who has a DUI. Like I wouldn't have qualified probably until last year or this year, if I'm being honest. Where is, I gotta find the comments on this. All right, there we are. Share this one instead. This will be my last story of the night because, like I said, I really didn't watch. Can you pause on this side? There we are. This is World Star Hip Hop. Reem is this guy here.
Autonomous robotic systems that can map a battlefield.
Yeah, I don't need that right now. That's odd. I don't know who Reem is. Reem Knox. I have no idea who Reem Knox is, but apparently he was trying to set rep in Chicago of all places. Like, you can't set rep in Chicago without being able to back it up. Like, I would never say, hey, I'm part of the mafia in Chicago, because I'm not. I refuse, and I don't want to look like a tough guy. Also, you say that shit and then it becomes, there we are. It becomes a problem because then you got guys looking for you. And I'd rather not. This poor kid had people looking for him. So that, what? Why am I? There we are. Let's move some of these. No. All right, let's watch this video of this kid getting punked out.
I switch his ass down, bro. Grave.
Okay. First, kid's an idiot. Kid is dumb because he's just like I'm with the ops. I'm doing all the shit. And then he gets called out.
What the fuck is he talking about? His old ass. He don't got much time to live. Take him off the mat right now, bro.
That guy. Did you see that fucking? That is that. Okay. Dude with the dreads. That straight dead eye he's giving him. Reams. Oh, he's so fucked. I love it. Let's watch more.
Right now, bro.
Bro, great.
But I take him off the mat right now, bro.
Nigga, do something, bro.
Yeah, I bleed. I hate you, fool. I hate you, fool.
He's just running his mouth like it's Call of Duty.
You thought niggas stop
Fo,
making
I'm not
sense
your
when you got
fault,
one, brother.
I'm not your fault, shorty. Find somebody to play with, shorty. Find somebody to play with, shorty. Not your fault, shorty.
I ain't gonna lie.
Guys like this are the reason I hate pranksters. by the way, because he's trying to be funny. He's trying to be cool. He's trying to make fun of gangster culture. But here we go.
I ain't gonna lie, fool. Niggas in New York say, fool, eat my dick, brother.
That's where you from, gang.
Oh my brother, niggas got big dicks, nigga.
Oh god, and then he does that little fucking hand thing. That's that's been in like drill rap videos over the years. Poor little boy. You feel bad for him, but he's about to really get folded.
New York say, gang. That's where you from, man.
My brother, I slime my brother, niggas know how.
Word? Shorty, what the fuck? You talking about baby? Blow your ass down, boy.
You ain't blowing nothing down. On my dead brother, ain't blowing shit down, bro. You know niggas make guns. You got one, fool. I got big shit over here. I got big artillery, fool. On my brother, gang. My brother. Who's talking to you, fool?
Oh yeah, okay, a nigga done mapped you out.
Folks, this him.
So a nigga
New York for real, gang.
So a nigga done found you. You not from the rat.
Not. He dead.
Yeah, Dan, you gang, you dead.
He gone.
You gang. We'll see you soon.
Oh, you dead, boy.
Yep, you fucked up. People can look like people don't think you can look hilarious.
I was joking.
Yep. Up, you fucked. Yeah, as soon as did you hear that fucking "oh fuck that"? That was a good "oh fuck that." Let's hear it.
I was joking.
Dude on the right side of this, or the left side of the screen, right side of the screen, whatever, who's being covered up by the dread. That dude wants him. And he wants him bad. You can tell.
No. I was joking, gang.
On phone and Greg, we coming through that shit.
And they got
shorty. What the fuck?
Why you talking about you trolling?
I'm a good kid. I'm from.
I'm a good kid. That's a person that fucked up royally. Wow. Watching that is just. You feel bad for him, but you don't. Just because he did it to himself. You can't be doing that online, dog. You just can't. You cannot be online doing that shit. It doesn't. It's gonna end up getting you. Like I've never made a threat to somebody online that I've never known their background, and a lot of people don't. A lot of people just throw shit out because they want to sound tough. Or I've had people in my life, ex-friends and stuff like that. One guy in particular I can really think of who you could tell once that person got to a certain point in athletics, they stopped because they were all of a sudden going to get beat and they didn't want to be beat at any sport. They wanted their ego to stay and keep going, or they didn't like how the coach was talking to them. And especially in wrestling, coach is not going to be fun with you. I mean, if you've seen, what was that movie, Dream Catcher or some shit like that, Vision Quest. Coaches weren't exactly the nicest guys in the world. And you can tell when a guy doesn't go well with pressure like that is when they unload like that and then go, oh, no, I was joking. You got to have a smile on your face when you're doing it. You can't. You cannot be coming hard like that at Chicago Gangsters. It's just not a good look, bro. But I can tell you what is a good look. Your like, share, and subscribe to this channel, because it's the only thing that really gets me going anymore. Where's my shit? I gotta play my music because I'm going away. There it is. I think it's time. I just think it's time to go. It's been a fun, long day. I didn't talk about the video games. I feel kind of shitty about that. We'll do that. Tell you what, I'll do a short No, we'll do it next week on the Ray Hyclak Show. We'll talk about video games and the lack of creativity in the same nowadays, especially with the realistic graphics. You just high grade some good cell shading, Ratchet and Clank in it. Doesn't all have to look realistic. You know what I'm saying? But we are here every single week on the Ray Hyclak Show. I want to say thank you to myself. I want to say thank you to Kevin Whalen for having me at the Chagrin River Tavern tonight for So Set. And I'd like to thank everybody for watching. You guys are amazing. And you're the reason I do this every single week. The people that do come back, that do watch the show, that watch the clips and everything like that. Because you guys believe the same thing I do. You guys believe the same thing I do, which was no matter where you are on the pay scale of life, rich man or poor man, to quote Adam Carolla, but in my own way, I can always say, no matter where you're at, everybody gets bugs. Thank you guys very much. Have a great night. And as always, see you next week.